Yo gang, it's Shay from Games and Strings, and this is my custom Cyber Smoke build. Hope you enjoyed those little videos that I made showcasing this Cyber Smoke build. And yeah, as you can tell, I've tried to make him look like or resemble the Mortal Kombat 3 Cyber Smoke. I mean, obviously it was pretty hard due to the fact this game is set in the 15 to 1600s in Japan, and there's obviously no modern armor. But yeah, I tried my very best to make him look like Cyber Smoke, using William's armor and a few others. And the mask as well belongs to the Soyaha, which are like the group of yokai hunters that you encounter in the game, and they are a pain in the ass to kill. But yeah, as you can tell, the mask kind of looks like Cyber Smoke, but yeah, I try my best to try and replicate that, and even with like the glowing yellow eyes, even the hair on the back as well, to represent Cyber Smoke's appendages. So obviously Cyber Smoke doesn't have hair, but I made it like that to try and get him to resemble Cyber Smoke from Mortal Kombat 3. And yeah, let me show you what's next. As for the graces, I've been using Grace of Oyamatsumi, which is like a tanky type grace, and what that does is helps reduce damage that you receive from enemies, and it increases your life by 30%. So it's kind of a tanky type of grace, and it really is useful, especially if you want to redo like some of the missions on Dream of the Wise and Dream of the Nioh, and if you want to collect loot in the Underworld, it really does help. But you can only achieve this grace by going through the depths of the Underworld, and I think it's Underworld Floor 6, depths of the Underworld Floor 6, that you can achieve it. So yeah, that is a good grace. And the other one that I've been using is Niniji's grace, and what that does is a bit similar to Oyamatsumi, except you get damage taken, which is like 5%, and the key recovery speed is increased. And the active skill key damage is the main, well for me anyway, the main bonus that I like to use with this grace, because as you can see in the previous videos, every time I've been using an active skill against the opponents or any yokai monsters, the key damage increases and the opponent gets staggered, and they get to annihilate them from there and just keep attacking. But the idea of this build is like basically reducing your opponent's key so you can finish him off quicker. But yeah, unfortunately we've only got 5 of the Niji's grace because we've been trying to find like the extra, like about 2 extra bonus graces to try and finish off the set, but it's been pretty difficult because you've got to grind through the Underworld and grind through Dream of the Nioh just to try and find it, and it is a bit of a tedious task. But oh well. But yeah, Scroll of the Damned, key recovery speed, just for the extra boost of key recovery. Ultimate Strength, which is to cause more extra key damage to the opponent, and Ultimate Courage to increase my key recovery, and it nullifies any status alignments that slow down my key recovery. Mystic Dart Sword, don't particularly use the sword for this build. Quick attack damage, not necessary. Path of the Demon, handy, but has some flaws as well. As for the equipment, Shinobi Box, Sacred Brush, just in case I run out of magic. And I use this sake when I'm fighting like elemental bosses such as Nightmare Bringer and Otakamaru, which are pains in the arse to fight really. Sloth, slow the opponent. Steel, boost me defense. Weakness, reduce the opponent's defense. Quick change scroll, so don't die as much. Elixir, self-explanatory. Arch Yokai Talisman, increases the anemia, and I highly recommend this if you want to cause more key damage to the opponent and use yokai abilities more, and it's pretty handy for corruption builds. Lightning Familiar Talisman, I thought I'd use that because Cyber Smoke's an android, and usually robots androids are operated or powered by electricity. So yeah. Barrier Talisman, just to increase my key recovery in the Yokai Dark Realm, and it's handy overall, especially when you're not in the Dark Realm, and if you just want to inflict enough key damage on on the enemy, and when you got this, it just increases your key recovery speed in a matter of 2 seconds, so you can keep on attacking, and it's handy as hell. Spirit, my Baku, obviously for corruption builds, and the yokai counters have been using Kinki. Damage taken gets reduced, Anemia charge, which I've got, which is handy. As for my Guardian Spirit, I've been using Baku, and the reason why is because it was corruption accumulation, which he can inflict on enemies, as well as the melee damage versus corrupted enemy and the anemia charge. And for the soul cores that I've been using Kinki, and the reason why is because of these two, highlighted in yellow, the anemia charge and the sentience charge. And what the sentience charge does is increases your corrupted weapon's ability to be imbued with corruption, and what that does is increases more key damage on the opponent and imbues the opponent with corruption and a confusion status, which will prevent them from recovering the key. And the sentience charge will obviously cause more damage to the enemy or the opponent, and increases your anemia gauge as well, which will help you use more yokai abilities. And for the other one, Nightmare Bringer, only because of the anemia bonus when the enemy is confused, and the anemia charge on my awakened weapon, which is what happens when the sentience charge on your corrupted weapon increases to the max, and then it becomes imbued with corruption, like the purple aura, and with that, it'll increase the amount of anemia gained every time you use it on an opponent. For example, like the fist that I've been using and the other weapon that I've been using as well. And Ippon Datara, obviously for mainly combos, just to help increase my key recovery, and for the anemia charge as well, just for more use of yokai abilities as well. And my core stats consist of Constitution at 50, Heart at 27, and Courage at 150, only because of my key recovery speed and my magic power. So the higher your courage, the higher your key recovery speed will be, and your magic power. For stamina, increase my life and my maximum equipment weight, and if I have light armor, my agility will increase, and if I had heavy armor, my toughness will increase as well, but my agility will go down. And I'm the type of guy that likes to move around a lot, so I like to have light armor equipped at all times. Strength, just to increase the effects of my armor, and to go with the ultimate strength skill that I've got equipped on my Scroll of the Damned scroll, just to increase key damage. And for the skill, just to increase the effects of the light armor and to increase the attack of my fists and the Kusarigama weapon. And strength also increases the attack power of your fists as well. Dexterity of 15, only for my quick scroll change, which I tend to use just in case I die. And magic, just to increase the capacity and the power of my magic, and I can use my items more as well. There's all my statuses for Samurai on my magic, sword, dual swords, spear, axe, Kusarigama, Odachi, Tonfa, hatchets, switchglaive, split staff, fists. Additional statuses, on my magic power is 715. And yeah, special effects. All that, as you can see. So yeah. And as for the clan, I've been using Honda, and reason being is damage taken half on Scath, that one there. So half the damage they receive when full health, especially handy in the Underworld, and Dream of the Wise and Dream of Nioh, and other lower difficulties as well. And for the boost of active skill damage, because with this build I tend to use a lot of active skill damage, or like active skills, and it's handy with the Nigi's Grace as well. So not only that, I'm increasing like the damage of the active skill and the key damage from the active skill as well. Alright folks, hope you really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and please leave comments as well. And there's going to be some more videos coming out soon, so stay tuned.